They are doing it again. WWE is about to pull off the most disgusting betrayal in modern wrestling history, and Roman Reigns has no idea what's coming for him. While the tribal chief sits on his throne thinking he's untouchable, Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins are plotting the one thing that could end the bloodline forever. You heard that right. The beast incarnate is about to shake hands with the man he's spent years trying to destroy. And Roman? He's walking straight into the slaughter. Here's what they don't want you to know. Backstage sources are whispering that Lesnar is done being WWE's part-time nuclear option. He wants control. He wants power. And Seth Rollins, that visionary psychopath, has been preaching about reshaping WWE's future since he returned. Now picture this: what happens when you combine Lesnar's raw destruction with Rollins' manipulative genius? Let me paint you the scene that's about to unfold on Raw 2025. Roman Reigns walks out, championship around his waist, believing he's conquered everyone. Paul Heyman stands beside him, microphone ready to acknowledge their tribal chief. The crowd is electric. Then Seth's music hits. The place erupts. Rollins struts down that ramp with that deranged smile plastered across his face. He's talking about vision, about evolution, about how WWE needs real leadership. Roman's laughing. Heyman smirking. They think this is another desperate challenge from a broken man who couldn't beat the tribal chief at WrestleMania. But then the lights go out. That familiar growl echoes through the arena. Brock Lesnar's music slams through the speakers, and suddenly Roman's smile disappears. The beast walks out, but he's not looking at Roman with hatred. He's standing next to Seth Rollins. They are not fighting each other. They are staring at Roman together like two predators who just spotted wounded prey. Comment below, do you think Brock would actually join Seth after everything they've been through? Is this even possible? The carnage that follows would be legendary. Lesnar hits Roman with an F5 so brutal it echoes through the rafters. Seth curb stomps him twice on the steel steps. The Usos try to make the save, but Lesnar suplexes them like they are children. Solo Psycho charges in. Another F5. The entire bloodline gets systematically dismantled while Seth orchestrates it like a symphony of destruction. But here's where it gets nuclear. Paul Heyman doesn't help Roman. He stands there frozen, and for just a split second, you see him look at Brock with something that resembles relief, nostalgia. The crowd loses their minds because everyone remembers Heyman was Lesnar's advocate first. Now let's talk about what this means for Bron Breakker. That young monster has been destroying everyone on Raw, and he's made it clear he wants Roman Reigns. He's been calling out the tribal chief for weeks, getting more aggressive with each promo. Bron doesn't care about legacy or bloodlines. He wants to rip through Roman like tissue paper and prove he's the future. Here's the genius part. Seth and Brock's attack leaves Roman vulnerable for the first time in years. Bron Breakker sees his opening. He challenges Roman for the title, and suddenly the tribal chief is fighting a war on two fronts. A young, hungry, insane athlete who wrestles like a combination of his uncle Scott Steiner and Goldberg, while simultaneously dealing with the unholy alliance of Lesnar and Rollins. Drop a comment, would Bron Breakker actually have a chance against a weakened Roman Reigns? Could this be where the tribal chief's reign finally ends? The storytelling potential here is insane. Imagine Roman, beaten down and betrayed, having to face someone who has zero respect for the bloodline legacy. Bron doesn't care that Roman main event WrestleMania. He doesn't care about acknowledging anyone. He's a pitbull in human form who only understands violence. Meanwhile, Seth and Brock's vision starts becoming clear. They are not just destroying Roman for revenge. They are rebuilding WWE in their image. Seth talks about purging the old guard, about removing these dynasty families that have held WWE hostage. Brock, he's just happy to hurt people and finally have someone intelligent calling the strategic shots. The company would be divided. You'd have the old-school faction supporting Roman and the bloodline legacy, the new generation following Bron Breakker's pure aggression, and Seth's revolution promising to burn it all down with Brock as their weapon of mass destruction. This isn't just a storyline. This is WWE hitting the reset button in the most violent way possible. Every alliance gets questioned. Every friendship gets tested. And Roman Reigns, the man who's been untouchable for over 3 years, suddenly finds himself fighting for survival. Tell me in the comments, who would you support in this war? Team Roman, Team Bron, or Seth and Brock's revolution? The beauty of this chaos is that nobody is safe. Not the bloodline, not the Judgment Day, not even the World Heavyweight Champion, because Seth and Brock want all the power. WWE Raw becomes an absolute battlefield where every show could end with someone's career destroyed. And that's exactly what wrestling should be.